now I understand, like how everybody will say, Mama, you don't know, chhod do. It's like, are we in that category of
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Okay, the next one is ISTG.
I am out, yeah.
I
God
swear,
promise.
I swear to God.
Yes.
Yeah.
I swear to
I
God.
swear to God.
Finally, one point. So nobody can teach any parent how to raise their
It's a
kid.
kid.
But the one thing that which I feel that these generation are not believe in hard work.
They were doing all
Sacrifices
sacrifices only,
only, yeah.
and we are doing sacrifices as well as our happiness
Happiness
also.
also.
I can very clearly say that you take any 2-year-old or 3-year-old, they are much more intelligent than us.
Yeah.
We may know coding, we may know other things because we've been to colleges, but when it comes to the grasping level or the cognitive skill which we say, they are much ahead of us.
It's not like that moms are like, you are not looking like moms. What, how should moms looks like?
Yeah.
Wearing a sari and not wearing the comb properly, not the skin properly. No, it's 2024, my dear.
Hello, everyone. This is Safana, and you're watching Kofluence Unplugged. In today's Creator Special episode, I'm bringing you not one, not two, but three amazing creators who have been making quite the wave in the mom influencer category on Instagram, popularly known by the handle names Millennial Mommyhood, Diamonds and Chocolates, and Mommy and Vihan. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Vidya, Nisha, and Sulata to Kofluence Unplugged. Welcome, all of you. It's a pleasure hosting you.
Pleasure being here.
I hope you're having a nice time here and looking forward to a wonderful discussion as well. So let's go ahead with your introductions.
Yes.
Sure.
So let's start with Vidya.
Yeah. So as you told, everyone knows me by the name of Millennial Mommyhood. So basically, I'm an educator, and my entire life have been dedicated towards education. I love learning. I keep on upskilling myself. So I have a lot of love towards children, and that's how I selected the field of teaching. I was a high school teacher. I was teaching math, which I know most of the people hate math, but for me it's like one of my most favorite subjects. So I was teaching math for high school, and then I did my early childhood care and education. I did my child psychology, and now we have started our dream school. So it's been almost a year now, and yeah, that's what I'm all about. And yeah, I'm a mommy, and my son is 5 years old, and he's my inspiration behind everything that I do.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. What about you, Nisha?
So hi everyone, my name is Nisha Oswal, and I'm lifestyle and parenting influencer, and with handle name Diamonds and Chocolates. So I was not always an influencer by profession. So I started my company, that's Outlook Consultant, and it was mainly for IT professionals, and it was amazing. It was an amazing experience for me, but obvious and thoroughly I enjoyed that time for quietly 8 to 9 years. But later after my second child born, uh, that time as a parent, my lifestyle, my kids influenced me to become an influencer, and that's why that's how I'm here today and influencing all.
Oh, that's
Oh,
wonderful. Nice, thank you. Over to you, Sula.
Alright, so I'm Sulata, aka Mommy and Vihan. Everybody knows us as name as Mommy and Vihan. That's my page name. And I have started blogging, and now it's called influencer marketing all about. So, but yeah, I have started from Singapore because we have shifted to Singapore for 2 years, and there were nothing to do. So I thought, let's start something new, and Insta was booming that time, and I started writing, and I was like traveling. I was love to travel with a toddler, and of course I love to take any kind of extra things which is like impossible for somebody. Okay, so yeah, I started writing, but that time I saw a lot of moms, lot of creators are coming into the Insta and the posting the pictures. So I'm also a photographer, so I love to click pictures, and of course my subject that time was Vihan, my son. I clicked pictures, I posted on Instagram, and it was the one of the pictures gone viral. A lot of moms catching me, and we are interacting. We know each other, but I had no clue that this will be my one of the kind of a main business. So I enjoyed that. I started that, and after coming to India, I got collaboration offers, and my first collaboration was with. The brand ambassador of Cochlear, the Brett Lee.
Oh.
Yeah, so I went there, and of course, that was again one of the big collaboration which gone viral. And then I got collaboration. I never looked back then.
Oh.
So now I got from last 3 years, I got top mom blogger of Bangalore and India. So yeah, here I am.
That's very true. So, like, if I'm not wrong, all three of you show your kid on camera, right?
Yeah,
so,
yes,
yeah. So, this is like a big question that I had, and I'm sure a lot of people direct it to you as well.
Yeah.
So, like, showing them on camera, does it really like boost their confidence? Because right from this young age, they're being, like on camera, they're being confident, talk on camera.
Yes.
Because that's something that doesn't come easy to a lot of us. So, is that how you see it, or have you been facing criticism saying that, you're putting them on the spot and there's a lot of pressure on the kid? Is your kid consenting to all of this? So I'm sure you face all that. So what's your take on
Yeah,
it? Let's
I
start
think
with
this is something very common which we always hear. Like, are you taking permission from your child that
Yeah.
you're posting their photos, videos? But then there's always another side to it.
Yes,
Okay?
exactly.
We know, like as a mom, I think we people are very responsible about what we are sharing and what we are not sharing.
Exactly.
So as you told, like definitely my son Dhruv, he's a lot confident, a lot more confident than I was at his age,
Yeah.
or maybe when I was a teenager. He's just 5, but then he's right there in front of the camera or in front of people, and he know how to speak or how to present himself. And I think a lot of it owed to whatever background he's coming from, and he's seeing me also speaking in front of the camera. He's been there, from a very young age, so that's always there. But at the same time, I'm also like very careful on the other part. Ki I should not disclose certain things about him which will put him into a tight spot.
Yeah,
Like which school he's going to, what are his timing
Yeah,
schedules, and so as a mom, I'm pretty like careful about
Cautious
those
as well
things.
as well,
Yeah,
yeah.
but then as a content creator, or he's my buddy, he's a partner for everything. So when I'm actually telling someone, like this is how you help your child to hold a pencil, or correct their writing skill or something, that's different. But if I actually show it with the help of Dhruv, where he's actually holding and I show how to correct it, it's more relatable and
Yes,
it's
yeah.
easier. So yeah, he's my buddy, but then yeah, I keep him safe. Yeah.
What about you, Nisha?
I always prioritize their happiness and comfort first.
Yeah.
This is my main funda is. And actually, fortunately, touch wood, my kids are, love being in front of camera. Coming on the camera. It's nothing like that they won't come or something like that. They just love, and they are taking this as a fun activity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're enjoying that time, nothing else. So I'm blessed with this, nothing else.
That's true.
yeah.
What about you, Sulata?
I'm like a big fan for him, because he is so natural in camera. Okay, he's very natural in camera, and I think this is in his blood. Why I'm telling you, from the beginning we are doing it. We are doing it so easily. Like we are not, as I told you, that it was not a planned business.
Yeah.
We loved it. Passion hai to kar rahe hain. So he is like that ki mama ke sath, and he started enjoying it. And when we are shooting, for example, we are doing some educational shooting, and some books are there in the table, and this man's cameraman, videographer, and all are ready with the camera and all, and he is starting doing some maybe drawing, some mathematics calculation, and all he's doing. So he is enjoying that moment, and the time it was saying like yeah, ready, action, and then he give the shot. He give the shot in a one go. And it's always comes so natural. My PR, my brand came to me. The best thing about your video is your son talks so natural. And that's the thing. I feel like, log bolna hai, bolenge hi. Like,
Yeah, obviously.
people will say. But I have to listen to my, my wish. Like, what I want, what my
Exactly.
son want.
Exactly.
And on top of that, I always ask Vihan that this is the shoot, this is the brand came to us. Would you like to go for that? Because now he's 9 years old.
Yeah.
I
So
have
he
to
has a
I
say
have
now,
to
yeah.
ask him.
Yeah.
And though I have his bank account, the money goes to his bank account, and everything I told him. It's very clear.
Yeah.
Now the modern parenting. We believe in clear conversation. So
True.
I talk everything with him, and if he is comfortable,
You
he's
go
okay
ahead.
to do it, and he Mama loves it, so I will deliver that.
Oh,
So
And
that's again
our
a
kids
pure love.
believe,
That's true.
believe in us. Like, if mama is doing something, this must be a good thing only.
Yeah,
This is how their,
Perception is.
exactly perception. But for my younger one, whenever my elder one is there, Tanishka is in the shoot. For example, in last shoot, Tanishka was there in my brand shoot. And that time she was getting ready, even I was getting ready, and he came to me, Mama, this time I'm not in the shoot. Oh, what? So I said, yeah, Ridan, you are not in this shoot right now because of course I was knowing the requirement was only for one kid and she was Tanishka. So how to handle this situation? So I said, Ridan, this brand is only for girls. So he understood
Yeah.
and he was like, okay, Mama, then I'm going for play.
Uh-huh.
This is how we are handling
Trust me,
the
these kids
everything.
are so smart. They know that when they have to do their homework, when they need to go to play,
Yeah.
when they need to
You
do
don't have to go
shoot.
behind
So
the
the
play.
time
So,
management
exactly,
are
they
so
know everything.
perfect.
Kids these
So
days.
perfect, and I'm glad that they're doing everything. On top of that, they know that we are famous.
Yeah.
So
And they are proud of like how mama is. Like my elder one, she knows everything. What I am like. Consecutive 3 years, it's in top 10 or in this top category of mom influencer and lifestyle. So she is always like my mama. She always do
She's proud.
my mama. She always do like this. My mama is an influencer. Like she always like be a proud girl kind of.
That's
And
so
I
cute.
always like whenever she's saying all this, I always love to see.
even these days, I would like to say this because a lot of doctors come to us and said that if your kid is good with anything, if you feel like your kid is good in reading, okay, so just take a camera and ask her to read and show that video to your kid. So that will give them more confidence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a good way.
Yeah. So they'll
of
get to
course,
know
yeah.
that this is what they are doing and they're
Yeah.
good
So
at
how
it.
we
Yeah.
are doing, we are talking in front of the mirror earlier, right?
Yeah.
So now the camera,
It is
it's a
there.
camera world.
Yeah.
So it's always good.
And if you will see, if you will compare our kids with any other kid, they are more confident because
yeah.
they are always, when they are
They're used
facing
to
the
the
camera,
camera,
where
yeah.
they are talking on the camera, it's not easy.
It's tough.
If somebody will come, right?
Yeah.
If somebody will come to camera, it's not easy to talk in front of the camera.
that's right.
And these kids are used to do,
Yeah.
and they just love it.
But
And
it's
they
the-
are very confident also, whenever they are speaking on the camera, and their dialogue deliveries and everything are so fluent, and they're so quick. It's
Yeah.
I will take maybe 2 takes, but my daughter, they are like, ho
Done.
gaya,
But
done.
I
It's
just
done.
wanted to a bit thing like the kids who are okay with camera, they should come. The kids who are not okay with camera, it doesn't mean that only camera wale he smart honge. Like,
No,
for
no,
example,
yeah,
but
like,
obvious,
yeah.
but obvious.
So the kids should be comfortable,
yeah.
whatever they are doing.
As I said, prioritize if
Their
they are
comfort.
comfort and
Yeah,
happiness.
that's
This
true.
is the
That's the
major
main-
goal,
right.
Yeah. And since you also do brand endorsements as well, so and this is a very big misconception out there that these people will just they'll take the brand endorsement once it comes and they'll just show the product on camera and they'll endorse it to other kids as well. They're not really testing it. These are the kind of comments that keep, have you given this to your kid? I mean, it's very accusing of that nature. And I see how internet is like it's never a safe space for anybody to like. It's just a place where everybody just comes and they just gives their opinion, criticizes. There are good people also. There are people who come out there there. And I always believe in that if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can point out something if it's wrong. Like if there is something wrong in the video, you can be like no. Or if it's a genuine comment about a product, I've used this product, it's not that great. Okay, good. Respectfully, you can give your opinion. But some people just come and directly accuse it, and then from their point of view, in their psychology, that's something I analyzed. Maybe they are concerned because it's a product that you're giving for your kid. So they are concerned if these people who we relate to a lot, these influencers, if they have really tested it or not. So this is again a concern that everybody has. So let's address that here.
Yeah.
So like all these products that you endorse on camera, endorse to your social media followers, do you test and check the quality first and use it with your kid and then promote it, or how is it like the process?
Yeah.
Let's start.
So for me, like if you go and check my page, I do very less brand endorsements. Very, very less.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm like very picky about the brands with
You
whom
work
I'm
with,
working.
yeah.
So if it's anything related to kids, I make sure that I go through the ingredients. I check with my friends who are nutritionists or doctors. I verify whether it's actually something good. And there have been like I think more number of brands I've rejected than the number of brands that I've worked with.
Yeah.
Because there have been cases wherein I've received the product, I've tried, I've felt that it's not good, and somehow it's gimmicky. I've told them that I'm returning the products to you, or I'll pay, but I'm not going to put it out on my page.
Got it.
So like that's what. So but about the criticism and all that happens on social media, on Instagram, it's very common.
Yeah.
Like I do post a lot of reels on recipes for kids, and what I've noticed is if I boil a vegetable, they'll say, why did you boil? And if I don't boil, I give it raw, they say, why did you give it raw? I mean, you need to boil it. So it's either way, like you do this or you do that, it's the same thing. But for me, it's about how genuine I am towards what I am doing. Because at the end of the day, there are so many innocent moms who are going to just listen to you and randomly go behind products. If I just take something and say, this is good, if you give this to your child, maybe your non-verbal child is going to start speaking from the next week. There's a lot of products like this.
that.
Even I've been like approached by a brand like this who told me, give this product to the child and maybe from the next month the child will start speaking, which is not possible. I know, being an educator and being a child psychologist, I know that's not something which is possible.
Exactly.
You need to go through therapies. So I'm very, very particular about which brands I work with. If you take any 10 like latest content
yours,
that I've done, maybe 1 or 2 will be brand shoots, and that will be something which I trust, I've used and I've been using since years, and I've consulted people and I've made sure that it's safe and it's good
quite
for
a
the
relief.
child.
And you, sir.
Yeah, listen to them. Listening to them. All right. So, you know what? I feel bura or acha. Like, this is bad and this is not, this is good. दोनों अपना अपने पहलू होते हैं. So ये तय करने वाले होते हैं audience, right?
Yeah.
Because what I am going to endorse, this might be good for me, but might not good for you, right?
True.
So इसको हम कैसे, how to judge this? So basically मेरे पास, especially मेरे पास, I don't know about other influencers, but मेरे पास जो भी brands आते हैं, whoever want to reach, those brands need their brand face.
Yeah.
So of course I worked with a very big brands who have all the legal things and all the things which is very important, and they are all trustworthy brand. So of course
You can say reputed brands.
reputed
somewhere.
and again reputed word is not going to be a good and bad, but how I feel they're good for my child, I'm using with my child, and my very close friends, they are also using the products. So coming to your question, that we are using it, so that is why we are endorsing it. And second, I would like to say that only the mom influencer segment, we are showing our world entirely openly. Okay, entirely, like everything. Our school is going to, our kids are going to school, what they are doing in what books they are reading, where they are studying, which tutors they are going to take, and everything, the small thing at home and all. So these things no one is going to show, no other segment influencers are show you.
True.
So we are naturally very genuine, and the product that we are endorsing, so of course if they are for kids or for moms or for anyone, so these are really, really very natural, and that's the reason our followers, and that I came here and I told you that our community are very strong.
Yeah.
So because we are not hiding anything.
Yeah.
Whatever we are showing, that's very comes to very natural in our everyday lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, and coming to the point that how you can say that this is good, this is something, the one product is good for me and maybe good, not good
Not
for
good for
you.
you, yeah.
So of course followers need to use your mind.
Yeah.
Of course this is Instagram and this is a social media
Platform at the
Yeah.
end of the day. That's true. That's true. And again, I was again coming to that point of community only. So this is a beautiful thing that I've noticed on Instagram because so now I've been working in the field of social media and marketing for quite some time now. So I analyze profiles, I analyze the categories of influencers. So obviously, like every category of influencers will have a lot of support from their niche and everything. But this specific category, mom influencer category, I've seen like the dedication in supporting each other. So for me, this is the category that lifts each other up. Every other category will have friends in the same niche and they'll be supporting, but this is a community. It's not necessary that you should be from the same city, from the same background.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Irrespective of where you're from, if you're doing mom vlogging, if you're parenting influencer,
Right.
you have support from other parenting influencers.
Yeah.
That is like constant throughout.
Yeah.
So and I also know personally a lot of people who criticize this also, like who find something out of this. They're like, they'll just support each other, they'll just lift each other up, they'll have a lot of fake followers, that's all they do. But that's the way I think about it, is that it's a beautiful way to support each other. So it's not just that women stand for women, it's that a category of influencers are uplifting each other. So once you are doing a content, there are people commenting on your video saying how amazing it
that's
is.
the way algorithm works.
And
Yeah.
we
That's
can
the way
learn from
algorithm
each
works.
other.
Exactly.
We can
Yeah.
learn from
Learn-
each other. It's not about, and we can be in a trend also.
Yeah.
At the
True,
same
exactly.
time, in our niche only.
Yeah. So
This
this
is
this
how.
is like a doubt I had also. So this community that you have, is it something that you have digitally, or how do you guys connect? Like, what is this community that you've built here?
I think the main thing that bonds each and every mom blogger is that we all go through the same thing.
Yeah.
Managing the kids, managing the mom guilt and everything, and then managing our
Managing.
passion together.
Yeah.
So we relate to each other and we kind of support. So we know when a mom is trying to put out some content out of her busy schedule or whatever it is, we know how much hard work have
She
gone
must have
behind
done,
that.
yeah.
So we make sure that out of our busy schedule, we just take some time to drop some comments,
Comment.
like, share, and all those things, so that they also feel happy about whatever they are doing. All
That's
the time.
very
Yeah.
like genuine. Like nobody would
Yes.
do that out of just like, TK, she's also doing the same kind of content I'm doing, let me just do it. It's obviously because you like the
Yes.
effort she's putting into it
Yes.
that you promote it.
That's
So it's a
what.
very beautiful thing that I've seen.
All the mom bloggers are working towards the parenting, but everyone have their one single thing which no one can copy, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Like Vidya is doing something which I am not doing.
Yeah.
Nisha is doing something which I am not
Not
doing.
doing, yeah.
What I am doing, they are not doing.
Exactly.
So all contents are different,
Huh.
and we all are learning from each other
other.
content.
Yeah.
See, where I have seen people are copying, in other niche, if
Uh-huh.
I'll see.
Huh.
But in mom bloggers, if you will see, nobody can copy their content.
Yeah.
You know?
You cannot go with the trend.
Because that's what
Yeah.
we cannot. No, it's not about trend, but it's about the copying the trend, you can say.
Yeah.
Because everyone is,
Yeah,
as
that's
she said, her content is different, my content is different, and
exactly.
even
Yeah. And the way you
everyone
use
is
your kids
having.
is also different. Like obviously, Vihan wouldn't be doing the same thing.
This
that
is
you are-
how, yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
so it'll be different in your own way because you are showing your content, you're showing your kids, you're showing your lifestyle in
That's
one
what,
way.
and we are not alone.
Yeah,
in
you have
our
other people
content.
involved
Yeah,
in your
that's what.
content. Yeah.
Supports
We
are
have
very
our
genuine.
we have our companion with us, our kids.
Yeah. Because supports why it's genuine, because maybe mine is 9 years old
Huh.
and her is 5 years old. So she will go in that stage and she need to know that what how you are doing in this stage.
Yeah.
Or this time the study is so high because the outside examination like Olympiad or
Huh.
some extracurriculum activities like football or cubes, many things are there. So where you have taking the help, who are your tutors, so a lot of things that is come very genuinely,
Genuinely to me, yeah.
and that support is automatically come.
Coming, yeah, exactly.
So people have no time these days that chatting or calling. If they
not.
know directly from Instagram, from the videos, they
That's
save
all.
it and that's all. So I have a lot of silent followers basically. So all are saving. No like and comments.
That's beautiful. Place where all of you can differ is in your parenting styles. So, like, I am somebody who believes to each their own. So you can't go to a mom or a dad and be like, why you making your kid do this? Why you know like upbringing him in such a way or such a way? Because they know what's best for their kid, and I am somebody who supports that like one not 1%. Because as a mother, as a dad, you cannot undermine their authority, and because it's their kid at the end of the day. And I
Nobody
mean,
can teach any
anyone.
parent
Exactly.
because see, every kid is unique, every parent
Parent
is
is unique,
unique. This is how
exactly.
I think, and their parenting style is totally different.
Different.
So nobody can teach any parent how to raise their
Raise a
kid.
kid, exactly. So
This
but
is
then
how I believe.
yeah, and in a society that we live in, we are now a part of a society where there are generations of people who come across and give their opinion. We no longer live in a society where people are just like ha, just they do like back talk and all. Now they'll come in your face and they'll say things. So especially with parenting, I'm sure like the way that we were brought up as kids by our parents and them from their grandparents and all, it'll be very different from the kind of parenting we are pursuing now as modern parents. So do you feel like there is a big difference in how we are bringing up our kids now, and like what's one change that you believe could have been done by your parents which you're incorporating in your kids now? So let's start with Sulata.
Okay, it's a very good question, because the traditional parenting, what happened, especially like my mom, dad, or my in-laws,
Huh.
they believe in respect, hard work, and discipline. These three things definitely always there when it is come to traditional parenting. My mom is like, time pe khana khana hai. I am like, now I am with my mom dad from long time, so मेरा तो discipline like 12 बजे खाना खाना है, 8 बजे dinner करना है, and 10 बजे सोना है. This is like sure.
Yeah.
And also the respect. I have a huge respect for everybody. Come to the modern parenting, that now I love to teach my son the clear conversation. Okay. Also the critical thinking, the important part which he needs to know, that how to solve the problem solving. So basically I know both of the parenting style. So balancing with both, I feel some we need to take from the traditional and some from the modern.
Yeah.
So basically these generations are too smart. They know each and everything. They respect people. They also know that how to tackle the situation. But the one thing that which I feel, that these generation are not believe in hard work. So they are very smart, and I believe we should give them liberty a bit.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel.
So that's Sulata's parenting
Yeah.
style. Let's get to Nisha's one.
So as a parent, I always keep learning new things, adaptations,
Yeah.
and inspiration also. I'm taking inspiration from others also, like whether it is a knowledge or a pastime, whatever. But we have to adapt all the situations, and we can accommodate those situations for our parenting style.
Yeah.
This is how I believe.
Yeah.
And I always I'm not like that this thing is bad for this kid or this thing is good for this kid. No, it's not like that. It's on you how you are looking forward for that situation.
Yeah. Sure. What about you?
Yeah, and for me, what I believe is being a content creator and telling, this is the right form of parenting and this is the wrong form of parenting. I feel that I should not be telling that.
Exactly.
Because, see, I come from a very different background. I have a lot of privileges where I stay in a joint family. I have a very supportive, in-laws and husband who are there to take care of my child and all. But there are families wherein, it's like a nuclear family. The mom and dad, they are staying. Or maybe a joint family where the mom is not getting much support, or maybe it's getting blamed and all those things. So, being a content creator, I can very easily say, this is this form of parenting and you should not be doing this, you should not be doing that. But then it's not easy for everyone to follow. So, two things that I majorly stress on, like I meet a lot of parents in my school also, and a lot of parents online also. So two things that I stress upon a lot is do not go by by any other person's influence. Your life is really different. Your struggles are very different from any other person out there.
Yeah.
So do what you feel is right for yourself and your child. That's it. Okay, that's one thing. And the next thing is, never like, consider your child like, I always say that let's not consider them like, I'm the boss, and you need to listen to me and all those things. Think from their perspective. Sometimes a child may even cry for a broken crayon, and we'll feel ki, oh, that's so silly, why is the child crying? It's just a broken crayon. But then for the child, it's a huge thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so respect your child, consider your child as a tiny human who have got his own emotions and everything. You need to validate that, and at the same time you need to validate your own feelings and your own situations and your struggles, and choose what's best for you and your child.
True. I think this is a very important thing, because earlier we used to not have so much talk around how you should give them the liberty to talk, like that whatever you have it, just communicate with your parents. Earlier everybody used to just bottle it up.
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
they
Yeah.
grow up, and
Yes.
once they become parents, they used to just take it out on the
Yes.
kid.
correct.
So now I feel like that cycle is broken.
Yes,
Like now it's all
They are very open
open.
to
Yeah,
talk.
Now even I felt when in my childhood, I was not that much talkative child, or I was not very clear with my conversation with my parents.
Yeah.
Though I am talking now with my parents more.
Yeah, exactly.
So the time has
So
changed.
of course, earlier time was different, and this time is of course the next generation time.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
obvious,
That's
And I think even our parents, like that generation, they used to give very less importance to their own self-care. I mean, their mental happiness. It's mainly on sacrifice. We are going to sacrifice
This-
our career, our health, and everything for our child. But now the things have changed. But again, as I told, it's very easy to put up in front of everyone on my platform that go travel the world, and do this for self-care and that care. But it may not be possible for all the moms out there.
Very true.
So do whatever you can do. I mean, there was a time when I was a new mom. I was not working, and I'm a very ambitious person. I'm like, if I'm not doing even for a day doing something productive for a day, I feel lost. I feel depressed. So that was a time when I know that I can't step out of the house and travel to make myself happy. I can't go shopping. Then what is one thing that I can do to make myself happy is maybe take a book and start doodling, or start scribbling, drawing something, or journaling. So I feel, understand your situations, and take care of yourself, so that you can take care of your family as
Yes,
well.
that's very true. Only
Yeah.
healthy moms can, give
Raise a healthy family, yeah.
That's
and
Healthy
because of
child.
all
Healthy
this
mind
social,
can help.
and actually because of this social media, people are also open up. They
Yeah.
are very. Nowadays they are asking questions about like what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
Literally, like whenever we are posting any, not only endorsement, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
endorsement of any product, but otherwise also, if we'll check the DMs, a lot of DMs are coming like, what are you doing for Tanishka, and now what he is doing, what this kind of lot of questions. Acha, not about only parenting, what skincare you are doing. This is how the questions are. Like a lot of moms are having pre-pregnancy, some acne issues, or this kind of issues, healthcare. So they are always asking on DMs, and also this is how I like to answer those questions.
questions,
Yeah.
And now we have to be very much careful while do parenting. That's what I felt. Because earlier the parenting was so simple. There was no books to read for people. My mom, dad have never read books that how to do a parenting. Now we have to read a books that how to do a parenting, because the kids have so many things to adapt, and also they want so many things from us.
Yeah. Their expectations are also.
Expectations are very high.
Yeah.
And of course, this is like multiple things are there. So we also need to manage.
Exactly.
As she told that earlier, the parents was sacrifice a lot.
Yeah.
Now we don't want to sacrifice anything. We need to do a correct parenting. We also do a right
Exactly.
career development.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
everything we want in our kitty
Yeah.
with the best.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the evolution that I'm seeing now.
Yeah.
Because earlier they used to count sacrifices.
Yes.
Now the modern parents are counting their achievements. Like
Yeah.
even as a mom, I've done this, I've done this.
Yes,
Earlier parents
yes.
used to just be like, I've given up this for you, I've given up that.
They,
for you.
That's-
I used to
that's the they were doing all sacrifices
Sacrifices
only,
only, yeah.
and we are doing sacrifices as well as our happiness
Yes,
also. We are taking care of our happiness, what we can do best for us,
Yeah.
for ourselves, you know.
Kids are taking from us only.
Yeah, true.
Right. So they will understand that how to do the problem solving,
And-
but on the same time, how to be happy.
happy as well. Yeah, and as a mom, this is another thing because everybody has 24 hours, but I believe moms do a lot more in these 24 hours than any other person. So, like, it's the respect levels, no? Like, once you're a mom, you're already in everybody's eye. You're like, oh, she's doing a lot of things together. And if you're a working mom, oh, she's also doing work together. And if you're a working mom who's also an influencer, they're like, how are you managing your time? It's like a big question. And I'm sure, like, you must have received thousands of comments and thousands of messages mentioning the same thing, like how do you manage your time management. And this is a question I ask every creator, like irrespective of their category. But this is the answer I want from your category specifically, because you're doing a lot.
Because we have extra work
Work
also.
also.
Apart from our work, we
Yeah.
have kids, we have to
That's a
manage
full-time
home.
work.
Yeah,
Managing
exactly.
your kids and taking care of them. It's not like earlier times where you used to just be like, you do this now and now I'm gonna do my work.
Yeah.
Every time you must have an eye on them. You should see how they're growing and you grow with them. It's like a learning with the kid process, right? So time management is a big deal in terms of being a mom creator as well. So that's another thing I wanted to know. How do you manage your time? So let's start with Vidya.
Yeah. So this is again a very common question that we all get,
Yeah.
like I get a lot, ki how do you manage the school, you manage the family,
Yeah.
you're taking your child out and you're spending time with the family, and then you are doing ghar ka kaam, packing his snack box, which is like a very, a daily ritual for me, and I
Yeah.
love doing that. So, but I really feel as a mom, as a person, I've evolved after I became a mom. So now I know how to multitask. Now I know how to prioritize things. Now I know how to plan. So for me, the entire thing works on planning.
Yeah.
So I know what my next day is going to be. Okay, if I'm going to have a certain work to be done, I need to know okay, how to fix the other things into the remaining slots, time slots. So that's the most important thing. First thing is planning, prioritize, and know what are the main priority wala thing, and keep it on top. Make sure you are doing it in the like early hours, and then slowly work on the other things. But yeah, or at the same time, make sure that you're giving time to your family also, because at the end of the day, that's what we are here for, right? But yeah, as a mom, I have evolved, and I have evolved only through experience. Yeah.
And you, Sulata, what about
Okay, I would like to give the two questions answered together.
Yeah.
So coming to your first question, that about the work and recognition. So as a businesswoman, I know how to get work. So that's sorted there. If I want to grow, no one can
Has to,
stop me.
yeah.
Okay. So I know that this year my ROI is this. So next year I have to achieve more. So I will achieve it. Because again I have a different branches, and all are linked, and brand want their face.
Yeah.
For example, as a parent, some of the kids product or kids brands want to endorse their product. That is coming to the mom blogger zone. I agree. The second thing, if the construction company
Yeah.
want us to collaborate, and they want to show their brand ambassador face value like me. So what does it mean? It is linked, because they also know that who have a kid, who have a nuclear family, they are going to shift here.
Yeah.
So that is linked,
Yeah.
It is not only the kids product, but also it is attached somehow
To your lifestyle
to
as well.
my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Third, as my friends said that, the self-care brand. So nowadays we are so much into self-care that all moms, I want to see all the moms groomed well. It's not like that moms are like, you are not looking like moms. What? How should moms looks like?
Yeah.
Wearing a sari and not wearing the comb properly, not the skin properly. No, it's 2024, my dear. So again, that the skincare brand is connected with us. So the business will run fine, but yeah, if you ask me the recognition, yes, the mom influencer should get recognitions more. As the other influencers are getting, we are not getting that much, to be very honest.
I'm very punctual
Yeah.
in my work, as well as I'm very passionate about my work,
Yeah.
whether this is my content creation or whether taking care of my kids.
Yeah.
Very passionate about all this, and it should be on time bound. You know, it's a time. There is a time for this, then it should happen in that time only. This is how I am.
Yeah. And now that you mentioned it, this came to my mind that, it's not just about how much of perfection that you have in your motherhood journey, because I'm sure like a lot of people who are listening to this podcast now, moms and all, they might think, oh, okay, so as a mom, I should also be very much, like perfect in my time management and everything. I feel like it's all about trial and error when it comes to education as well, because now too, we're all in the era where it's all modern parents, I would say. So the kind of system that we followed earlier, education, that's very different from what is followed now. So there is a big difference in terms of preschool culture.
Yeah.
So earlier it used to be like if it's a working mom, she would put the kid in a daycare because she's going to work, and then once she's back from work, she'll take the kid out, and doesn't matter what they did at daycare. They're playing happy, okay, fine, and then they'll continue when it's the school age. But now there is like a clear difference, like there's preschool and there's early learning and everything. So and I'm also very curious about this because I don't know personally about how things work around here. So I would like to know like how is your perspective in terms of early learning and preschool. Let's start with you, Vidya.
Yeah. So I think it's really very important, and also now the parents are aware of the importance of early education. That's the most important thing,
Yeah.
Like earlier, it was like, okay, if I'm a working mom, I need to keep my child somewhere, maybe a daycare.
Yeah.
But now, because we run a school, so we know there are parents who are coming and asking, what are the methodologies that you follow? Are you following Montessori? Are you following blended? What is the curriculum? And how do you split the day? Are you giving free play? So they are well aware of these terms, thanks to social media.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are very aware of these things, and there's a shift that I can see.
Yeah.
So usually, we always feel, even I tell my followers and everyone who know me, we always think, okay, 10th, 11th, 12th, they are like really very important, or college is very important. But most of the time, we don't know that this 0 to 6 years is something which is the most important phase of a child's life. Okay, the way the child is going to be, I'll say, molded, or the environment the child is going to be in, or the amount of thing the child is going to be exposed, the loving environment, or caring teachers and other people, they make a huge impact.
Yes.
So, even in our school also, we see that there are children who come from purely Hindi-speaking families, and, within few weeks or days, they pick up Kannada, Tamil, and all other languages because they have friends who speak those languages.
Yeah.
That's how sharp these kids are.
Yeah.
And now parents are understanding the importance of early education and how intelligent they are. I can very clearly say that you take any 2-year-old or 3-year-old, they are much more intelligent than us.
Yeah.
We may know coding, we may know other things because we've been to colleges, but when it comes to the grasping level, or their cognitive skill, which we say, they are much ahead of us. And I'm very happy that parents are acknowledging that, and they are shifting towards this preschool culture.
Yeah.
They are ready to put their child from the time they are 2 years, they start sending to pre-nursery, then nursery, LKG, UKG. Earlier it used to be like first standard onwards, mostly. Okay, the child turns 5 years or 6 years, you go and put in first
school,
standard. But now it is there, and we can actually see the difference. So if a child is coming to a school, joining a schooling system from, let's say, LKG, and there's another child who's joining from pre-nursery, the difference in both the children, and the way they perceive things, their confidence, their social skill, mainly, it can be very easily noticed. So
It's amazing. It's
Yes.
a very new perspective that I've got here.
So I would like to tell one thing, and I'm sure that even they will also relate. So there was a time when during the pandemic, my baby was highly demanding toddler. So there was time when I used to set up shelves and everything for him. I used to read books to him from the time he was like 3 months old, and I used to get a lot of criticism from my relatives and friends and even social media. Ki, why are you torturing the child? The child have got like the whole year to study, or the whole year to like be with the books and all these things. but there's a lot more behind that.
Yeah.
So it's not just, I want him to learn, like, let's say 20 countries names and capitals and all other things. I want him to have a environment where there's a lot of things which like makes him curious. Okay, why is the apple red, or why is the orange orange and not red? So that thing I've really worked out. So I have been we have been learning and enjoying this process of learning with him from the time he was an infant. And I could actually see him. So he's so curious that at times he asks me questions where we all will be like, okay, what should we answer? So there was a time where his teacher also told, sometimes Dhruv comes and tells few things wherein, even I need to think, ki, what should I answer him?
At the end of the day, you're a mom. So
Yeah.
everything you're doing, it's not just your kids watching you now. As a creator, you are on the
Yeah.
platform. There are other moms looking up to you. So it could be, if you might be promoting the right product, might be promoting something that you're just, in it for because now you want to build a portfolio, so you want brand collaborations coming in. So, but at the end of the day, other screen that is what the viewer who's watching it must be a new mom who's just like, okay, maybe this is good for my kid. They're saying, so they'll take it, they'll give it to their kid, and once something happens, nobody can be questioned here. So at the end of the day, I feel like influence comes with its own responsibilities. So as a
Very
creator,
much.
as a mom, your responsibility is doubled now. And yeah, so that's all the super moms out there. I mean, a big shout out to all of them, and a huge shout out to all three of you. Thank you so much for
much.
coming.
Thank you so much.
Now we'll have like a quick round of rapid fire. So whatever comes to your mind first, you just give it out. So this is a very special category I've prepared this time. Since you're all moms to Gen Z kids, so I have prepared Gen Z slangs that are widely used these days. So let's see if you can figure out what it means. So for the first one, it says bussin.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bussin?
Yeah, bussin.
No idea. I pass.
No idea.
Even no idea. I think you.
What is
It's
it?
gonna be very easy for me.
No?
It means it's amazing. Like it's
Oh my
bussin.
God,
Means it's
bussin'.
amazing.
Okay. So we are
I feel
learning
like
today.
I am teaching Gen Z.
That's
moms,
what
right?
that we are also learning. Then.
So if kids say things like, oh, it's busing, means it's like, oh, it's really nice, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what it means. Let's go to the second one. It means, the question is on God.
It depends, like destiny, like whether it'll happen.
okay.
Like I've done now. We
It's
have to
on
see
God.
once. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
No idea.
I think it's like जो होगा देखा जाएगा. Oh
okay.
God.
No,
You're
but
all close.
still-
We are
it
wrong,
means,
right?
You're close. It means like, I swear to God. So
Oh.
usually we used to say,
I
God
swear.
promised.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
God
no.
promised.
My
I
daughter
swear to
used to do this. Yes. I forgot all actually. And whenever she is using all these slangs, whatever these words, I always, what does it mean?
Oh, exactly.
Please explain, because I don't know. This is how we should ask.
So the next one is cap.
Like it's fake.
Oh, correct. You got it
Oh,
correct.
finally we got 1 point.
The next one is goat.
Goat.
G-O-A-T.
Greatest of all time.
Oh, let's go with the next one. Drip.
Yeah, I know this
Oh,
drip.
yes, let's
it's
go,
like
Nisha.
drip means I think it's going drip. I don't remember, but what she always used
मुझे भी
this
लगा
word, but
कि आता
I
ही है.
drip.
Drip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pass?
Yeah,
That's
I
what-
actually knew that.
Even I.
Pass.
बता दो कोई भी आता है.
It means the outfit.
Oh my god.
So if they say it's a cool drip,
Frick,
which means it's a
guys.
cool outfit.
We are
Really
all
are.
learning today.
Am I too old?
No, this is very new to us.
Exactly why this is my question. Okay, the next word I have here is riz.
I swear.
And this is termed as the most used word by Oxford Dictionary.
My god.
Riz.
Yes.
Oh, is it?
Of last year.
Riz.
RIZZ.
I think we guys are not updated or what?
No?
Get off.
No.
Okay, I'll give. It means style or charm.
Oh
like he's
God.
got the riz means he's got the style.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Riz.
Yes.
Nice.
So that's one of the best rapid fire rounds I've had in my podcast.
Even we
episodes
enjoyed
so
a
far.
lot.
We enjoyed a lot. Yeah.
And we have learned a lot of things.
Oh, Yes,
Gen Z
that's
slang.
you're welcome.
Yeah, all these new words now they
And
are
now
in
we
our.
able to use it.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
and
So from
now
next
they are
time
in
the
our
comments will be like,
dictionary.
what
Yes.
is
I finally given the moms a homework.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
have to go back home and learn Gen
the
Z
millennial
slang now.
moms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, all three of you. It's been wonderful. I've had so much fun shooting this episode, and I'm gonna have even more fun editing this. So yeah, thank you so much for coming down to Kofluence Unplugged. The whole team would like to express our gratitude, and once again, wishing all of you the very best in your endeavors. And thank you so much once again.
Thank you
I
so
hope you
much.
had a nice time.
Thank you so much.
And that's a wrap. I've had quite an episode this time. So much fun shooting it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as well. You know the drill. If you like this episode, like, share, and subscribe to Kofluence channel. And comment down below on the creators you would like to see next. Until next time, stay happy, stay kind, and keep Kofluencing.